in light of recent events with the loss of Robert Williams, and because a dear friend of mine that I mentor, Shannon, wanted me to do a video for her about depression, and so I just thought I'd do that. It's a very good time to do such a thing now. I'm sure by now people realize, hopefully, that just because these people are famous or on YouTube, you know, Cinnamon Toastin made this point, just because they're on YouTube doesn't mean they have the high life and they're happy and everything's okay, because depression is an illness, and it doesn't care if you're making millions of dollars. It doesn't care if you're, you know, you can be happy and still have depression. That's a thing that not a lot of people understand. I understand it way too well. Depression. Somebody's texting me during a video, really? It's probably Clayton. Good morning, are you awake? Yes, I'm doing a video before everyone else wakes up. And interrupts me! That didn't go out well. But, something I understand really well, because I myself have depression, and for the longest time, you know, I would be a mentor. I was a mentor, and I still am a mentor for the International Teens Against Bullying, and I know for a fact that I saved lives because of the stuff that I've been through, that I'm willing to share with them, that I would make videos for them and tell them about, and they would see it and go, okay, I'm not in this alone. And they, you know, I have saved lives. I've helped kids stop cutting. I have helped kids not want to end their life, and that should be one of the happiest feelings in the world, but sometimes it's really scary because it's like, what if I'm not there to help them? Along with my depression, I've always had this thing of always putting others before myself and really hating myself no matter how many times I look in the mirror and say, I love you, Katie, yay, you're awesome. I don't believe it. And people sometimes think I'm a liar because I can sit there and tell them, you know, you are beautiful, and all you have to do is look in the mirror and smile and fake it until you make it. And I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth, and I know that should work, and it will work eventually, one day for me as well. But I know it's worked. It's worked for a lot of my kids that I mentor. You know, I refer to them as my kids. But I always put everyone else first, and sometimes it's people that don't really deserve that much attention and love, and I know that sounds bad, but some of these people have physically and mentally and all kinds of abuse to me, and I've still managed to put them first and say, you know what, I know you're hurting me, and I know being around those people and having those bad people in my life, I started cutting again, because that's how bad they made me feel. You know, I wanted to die, and I know that's a brutal thought, and this really should be the kind of video little kids should be watching, so I should have put a warning ahead of time. I will. I'll have one of my awesome YouTube friends make a warning for me. So, just, I don't know. Depression isn't something that you really understand very well, that you can say I'm sad, because being sad is different from being depressed. People, you know, when your dog runs away, you're sad. You go watch a Markiplier video, you go look for your dog and then maybe find him, and you're not sad anymore, you're happy, you know? Depression isn't like that. You know, there are times even still that I wake up and I hate my life. I hate myself. I hate what I do. And that's not true. I love what I do. I love being a mentor. I love doing videos on YouTube for both of my channels. I love raising money for charity and building this charity for Markiplier, because he is one of the greatest people in the world. He's my hero. Along with Cinnamon Toastin and a lot of other YouTubers. You know, they've inspired me to help people and save lives, and I wish they would know that. I wish they could know that what they do is inspiring others to do what they do as well and save lives. But, you know, it's always, it sucks when you wake up and you just want to lay in bed and cry for no damn reason. You wonder, why am I crying? You know, I've been really depressed lately. That's the reason why I postponed this video, because, you know, it's not hard, maybe it's just me, but it's not hard to upset me when I put so much time and effort into, like, my charity, or my live streaming team to just have a few people go, oh, you're not a legitimate charity, or this isn't going to work, or Markiplier's not going to care about it, because I did make this charity in honor of him, and I would like him to be a part of it, and I would like him to at least know about it, and to say, hey, Markiplier made this charity in honor of me. They do this because I inspired them to. And have someone come along and say, he's not going to care about this. And I know it's not true. I know, because this is what he does. He's doing a charity live stream tomorrow, for goodness sakes, you know. He's always telling us how proud of us he is. How we can do great things. How we inspire him. And that should make me happy. But I sat there and watched that video crying just because one person told me, you know, he's not going to care about my charity. And I'm always like that, you know. And it's funny because the people that hurt me, I don't care. I'm different now, but at the time that I was with this very bad person in my life, that would always say, you know, I'm going to kill myself if you don't do this. I'm going to cut myself if you don't do this. And I would comply because I didn't want them to hurt themselves. But at the same time, I was losing sleep to the point, you know, it was horrible. Obviously. I've become an insomniac, and I was only getting 2 to 3 hours of sleep a day. Hardly eating, and losing all this weight, and I started cutting again. But I didn't care because I had to stay there for the person and fix them. But I didn't care what they said when they said bad things about me, when they were mad. But when people that, you know, really cared about me would say something about me caring for them, it would really, really hurt me. And it's just silly. I'm a silly freaking person with my depression that I don't know. Like, I'm stubborn, I guess. Like, who I care about has to matter. And if they don't matter to the people that care about me, then I get upset. And it's better now, I think, having been away from those people for so long and building up my dreams with my charity and doing my charity live streams with friends, building up all this stuff. Constantly hearing, you know, people say, this is a great idea. What you're doing is good. I want to be a part of this. I'm proud of you. That does matter to me. It does matter when I have one of my kids come to me and go, hey, I rewatched one of your videos from last year about this, that, and the other, and it's inspired me to, you know, start doing this again. You know, I'm being really vague, as a lot of my videos are really personal, and I'd like to remake them for you guys, but once I get over that, because I'm still kind of upset about those events that happened even a year ago. And it does make me happy, but at the same time it kind of makes me sad because sometimes I don't want to share those things with you. Sorry guys, my throat is like, you're not talking right now. But I am talking right now. I'm gonna do it. And I know this doesn't make any sense to you guys. How someone can dedicate their life to saving others' lives and doing so well at it, but still going to bed saying, I failed myself. I truly feel like that. Right now I'm doing a St. Jude's live stream, and yesterday I sat in bed going, this is not what I want to do with my life. I don't know what that means. You know, with depression, it's like you have these little voices that tell you no matter what you're doing, you know, you suck. You suck, you're a failure, you're not going to make it, this is stupid, why are you doing it, nobody believes in you, they're just telling you that to be nice. It sucks. You know? Because I love helping people, I love my charity, I love what I do, and I have no idea why my depression makes it out to be like, you're not doing what you're supposed to do with life. Just because one person doesn't believe in me, I need to do what they want me to do? No. Do what makes you happy. And Shannon, you wanted me to talk about how I recovered from those recent events and other events in the past, and it's only been recently that I've recovered from my past of bullying and stuff, and I kind of ran away from my problems of bullying from school and stuff by being homeschooled. So I spent the last 3 years of high school being homeschooled, and I get depressed and scared because I feel like I screwed up by doing that I should have stayed and fought them, but I know I'm doing good. I know, I tell myself that. No matter how many of those people ridicule me and say, haha, you know, you're a pansy and you're a failure, and people are always looking to fight you, either with words or with their fists, and you have to learn how to walk away from that. And it doesn't mean that you're weak, it means that you're stronger for fighting for what you believe in by doing something else, by doing what you believe in. And I started homeschooling. If I hadn't started homeschooling, I probably wouldn't have became such a great mentor. I wouldn't have had the time to do the videos. I wouldn't have had the time to start this charity and start my business with my mom and do great things. So I'm proud of me for that. And we're making a video sometime soon once I get this list done. But I think what you should do is write down, you know, if you're having a really crappy time, is write down a list of things that you've done good in the world. And for me, I'm going to be writing down a list because the person who hurt me very, very badly is coming home soon. And I know my depression is going to get the best of me, and I know I'm going to fall victim to that again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a list of all the good things that I've done in the past 2 years since he went away. And probably I'll try to do it in order, and my hair looks freaking awful. But I'm going to try to do a list of things that I've done good for the world in the past 2 years, and not just for the world, but for myself, you know. Just not even things that I've done, but good things in general, like my sister being born. January of 2013. No, I didn't forget when my sister was born, guys. I became a mentor shortly before that. It was in December of 2012. Or I joined their group, rather, and I became a mentor in June of 2013. I met someone that I love very dearly, Clayton, who helps me through a lot, and he's helped me through my post-traumatic stress, because I would panic about every single thing that reminded me of that person. You know, if someone would give me a hug, I would freak out, and I would still cry myself to sleep at night, even though he had went away. And if I hadn't met Clayton, you know, I wouldn't be a better person. And I don't think that you should, you know, if you're depressed, jump into a relationship and rely on that person to help you stop cutting and help you with your depression, because I've always believed that you're not stopping for yourself, you're stopping for them. And when they're gone, you have nothing to stop you. So I stopped cutting for myself. I stopped blaming myself for everything. I stopped hurting myself in every possible way with the help of him, knowing that he was there to support me and remind me, hey, you are an awesome person. A ton of people that I've helped tell me that every day. You're an awesome person. You've helped me. You inspire me. You're my angel, and I hear it. And the key to that is to keep repeating it to yourself. You know, tell yourself, I've helped this person, and this is how I did it. And you can help yourself. If you can help others, then you can help yourself. And you'll have this list of things that you've done for others, for yourself, that you can look at and go, I've done these things. I'm not worthless. I'm not pathetic. I am worthy of love, and you have to love yourself. With depression, it's hard to do that. Because I have this mental list of things that I've done, and I say, okay, I've done this for others, but I will still not be okay with myself. You know, at some point with your depression, you should get therapy. You should, you know, if it's that bad and they decide you need to be on medication, then you should, you know. I was for the longest time until I learned how to be okay without it. And some days I wonder if that was such a good idea to stop taking my medication, because I do get really, really sad, and sometimes I do wonder, you know, would people miss me if I was dead? And I wrote a recent post on Facebook saying, are the reasons that you're giving me to live reasons for me to be okay with living, or just reasons to guilt trip me into staying? And I know that is really freaking depressing, and I'm sorry, but I was upset. And it was the voices of depression telling me, hey, they just want you to stay, but they don't really love you because they don't understand you're in pain. Maybe you're better off dead. Maybe you should kill yourself. Screw what they say. You know, people don't understand. You can give me millions of reasons why I'm happy, and I know I'm contradicting myself right now, but people can give you millions of reasons to be happy. But depression is a monster that's going to stomp those into the ground and make bullshit excuses why you don't deserve anything. You know? For me, it was bad. Because I have all these kids telling me, you saved my life and I need you to make these videos, and you started this awesome charity, and don't you want Markiplier to see it? But the depression, sorry if you hear noises in there, my mom's about to go get Riley up for school. But the depression feeds off of the bad people that tell you that you can't do it. Any little bitty comment about, oh, you look ugly today, or, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, or, I do it this way. It takes all that criticism and goes, you're doing it wrong. If you're not going to do it right, then don't do it at all. Do it their way. Your way is stupid. You're not saving lives. So, I think the main point is, depression isn't just something you get when you fail your test. That's sadness, and it's something you know, depression should be, there should be more awareness for it, and that's something I'm going to look into, because I think it's something that people need to be more aware of, that it's not just being moody, it's not just being upset. Being upset passes. Depression is something that stays. Depression is something that you need to have looked at. You need to have therapy. You need to have medicine for it, if it's that bad that you want to kill yourself. And I know a lot of people with depression is going to watch this video and go, oh, that's not true because I don't need medicine. Well, good. I don't need medicine either. But for a lot of people, there are people telling them, oh, you're just sad. You'll get over it. You know, but when you're waking up every day like me and just wanting to lay in bed and cry for no damn reason, when you're so ready to just quit YouTube and quit mentoring and quitting my charity just because I'm upset because someone doesn't like it, because I constantly hear that it's not good enough, you need to do it this way, you're so unorganized, and I am unorganized, I really am, but I don't need to hear it, my flaws being pointed out constantly, because I feel like crap about every single thing you point out, because I feel like I need to do this on my own. And when people point out, this is what you're doing wrong, I feel like, oh, well, I can't do it on my own, can I? I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I'm not going to make Markiplier proud. I'm not going to be able to save lives because I can't even save mine, and I get depressed. You know, I have the best boyfriend and best friend in the world. You know, I run this business with my mother, and we have a very good friendship, and that's something not a lot of daughters can say about their moms, you know. A lot of teens hate their parents. You know, a lot of kids can't say that they've founded a charity in honor of their hero. Not a lot of kids have heroes nowadays. You know, you need to find someone that inspires you, and I certainly recommend Markiplier for that. I do. Only because he's such a good person, and I think it's because I'm homeschooled, because people are constantly pressing me to get a job or go back to school or do this, that I always feel like I'm trying to tackle too much, and I want to get my charity built, and I'm scared because after I finish these few classes I'm in, I have to go to college. And not just college, but because I screwed up and ran away from my problems, I'm missing a crap ton of credits in high school, and they want to send me to this program to finish my high school and get my college degree as well, and that's awesome. That's an opportunity not a lot of people get, but I'm scared because I'm not good with people. they're not good with me. They don't understand that I'm quiet. They don't understand that I don't like eye contact. They don't understand what I do. And it's like starting over all over again, and I don't want to do it. So that's one of the things that I always sit in bed going, just one more day of your life wasting away because you wanted to worry about some charity. One more day wasted away because you didn't want to hurry up and go to school. And I don't, I gotta organize my life, and that's something everyone should do, is say, put your priorities first, and if you have more than one priority, that's important. Like, my charity is certainly important. Then you need to make it so that you can do both of those things. Like me, I need to finish my school and get the people that say they're going to help me with my charity to actually start helping me, because it's a lot of stress. And that's for you. If you're looking for reasons to be happy, then I always jumped into other things, like mentoring. I was depressed, I was upset, but I decided, hey, if someone thinks I can help other people by talking about my problems, then I'm going to do it. And it always helps you to talk about what you're going through. I think that's the reason the big famous people, is that they don't have anyone to say, I'm upset. And it makes you feel better to talk about the people that rely on you and trust you and love you and care for you. The people who look to me for advice. You shouldn't be ashamed to go to them for help. I make videos for these kids that they watch them and then they understand, and I help them, but at the same time they leave these comments that help me as well, and they inspire me to keep doing what I'm doing, and it lets me know, it's okay that I have problems, because they're there for me just like I'm there for them. Also YouTube, Markiplier and PewDiePie. PewDiePie helped me. I know a lot of people don't like PewDiePie, but PewDiePie helped me a lot through 9th grade when I was going through all that stuff. And now Markiplier. Whenever I'm sad, I just go watch one of his videos, and it inspires me. And it doesn't have to be YouTube for you. You could just start a hobby. Essentially, it's kind of the stuff they tell you when you break up with someone and you're sad. You just distract yourself. And I took to writing. I started spoken word poems because of Shane. I don't know if you know who Shane is. He's the wonderful man behind To This Day. I highly recommend that poem. You should look it up if you haven't heard it. One of my other favorites from him, I have so many, Shine, because you get an idea of how deep his words get to you, I wouldn't recommend his poems to kids, but they're very special, and there's so many things that you could do. But if you have depression, I highly suggest you being, evaluated to see if you need medicine or if a doctor can help you, because it's something that even if you tell yourself you have it under control, you never know. Especially if you're also suicidal, because not a lot of people realize that when you're depressed, it doesn't mean you're suicidal. Just because you hate your life doesn't mean you want to die. Often the people that are depressed are the ones that want to be saved, but they put so much time into helping others, like Robin Williams did. I saw this post with him that said he was so busy making everyone else smile that he forgot about himself. And while I suggest that you go out and help the world, I do think you should do something for yourself as well, to remind you that you are worth it. And I always make these quotes to tell myself whenever the little voices of depression tell me you're not worth it. Or I always repeat something that one of the kids told me. I remind myself, screw you, voice. I'm not worthless because I've saved lives. There's nothing that you have done for me except make me hate myself, and you are worthless. And I know that seems silly, but it works. Works for me. I know a lot of people are like, so you're talking to yourself? You don't say it out loud. Just like the voices aren't out loud. If you have voices, then you really do need help, because that's kind of not okay. That's, I have ghosties in your house. Depressing ghosties that need to be, they need to go to therapy as well. Some therapy for your ghosties. And just tell yourself, just know that whatever negativity is brought to you is a lie. And if you still feel like it's true, then make a difference. You know, like I've always told my friends, whenever they feel like they're worthless, that they're not doing what they need to do in life, and they have haters, as you call them, even if it's your family that tells you, you know, I don't like the job that you picked, or I don't like this mentoring thing that you do. You tell them, I don't care. I love you, but I don't care. And if you don't want to do that, just tell yourself, you know, oh gosh, I can't remember. You do what you do because you love it. Prove them wrong. Prove them wrong. If they say, I don't think this charity is going to go anywhere. I don't think you're helping too many people. Do what you do until you prove them wrong or prove yourself right. Don't let their negativity tell you that you can't do it. And if they do start to get to you, then you can be the voice of reason that gets back and tells yourself, you know what? They're wrong, but I don't need to believe it. When you start doubting yourself, you prove yourself wrong, and then you prove yourself right. Prove them wrong that you can do what you want. Prove yourself right that you can, because you're always going to have those two voices saying, you can't do it, I can do it. And you go with that voice that's telling you that you can do it, and you say, screw you voice that's saying I can't. You're just like them. People are always going to want to tear you down. You know, they're always going to want to, you know, think about it. They can only tear you down if they're below you, if they're jealous of what you do. And I know that's like, oh, that's kind of conceited. That's not conceited. They don't want to be you. You know, that would be conceited. If you're like, oh, they just want to be fabulous like me. No. See, people are jealous of what you do, no matter what it is. They're going to tell you, oh, that's stupid, when you have a great idea like mine. People tell me all the time. Because I feel like a lot of marketplaces who aren't behind this feel like, damn, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I have my own charity in honor of Mark? Or, you know, but they're just upset they didn't have the great idea that you have, or that they are afraid that maybe they want to do what you want to do, and you're out there doing it, and they don't have the courage to do it, and so they decide they're going to hate on you. It's much like bullying. People bully others because they feel bad about themselves, and that's just the truth, you know. And go back to my point about helping people, make sure you help yourself. I can't stress that enough. You need to make sure that you can help yourself first. Get the help you need, decide what you want to do with your life, and do it. No matter how many naysayers there are, do what you want. Do what makes you happy. And be proud of you. At the end of the day, you're the only person that matters. You know? And the reason I say make sure you help yourself first is because I don't want you to fall in the same things that I've fallen into by helping those who are really bad off and don't really appreciate you, you know. And then you end up falling into their depression, you end up getting hurt, and you start hurting yourself even more. And help yourself, okay? Make sure you're okay before you decide to help others that aren't okay. Because, you know, like I said, at the end of the day, you're the only person that matters. Your opinion on yourself. You have to love yourself before you can love someone else, because if you don't love yourself, then they're going to take advantage of you, whether they're your boyfriend, or your girlfriend, or just your best friend, or just some stranger that you decided to help. You know, be strong in your beliefs, and do what you think is right. And I've had to learn the hard way that some people just aren't capable of being helped. You know, I've always been the kid that helps others. I've always been a mentor. I've always seen other people just as broken as me and said, hey, I could fix them. But I always forgot to take care of myself to the point that they really upset me and got me depressed again. And I always heard it that someone can't be helped unless they want to be helped. And that's the same with you. You know, you can't help others if they don't want to be helped, if they don't want to realize that they have a problem. And you can't help yourself if you don't admit that you have depression, if you don't admit that you need help. And just sit down with yourself and evaluate what it is that you don't like about yourself, what it is that you feel you're not doing right with yourself. If you feel like you're a mistake of what you're doing isn't right, then you need to reevaluate. You need to say, okay, this person says this hateful stuff and it gets to me. And then you need to tell yourself, okay, no. Do they know me? No. Even if they do know you, even if they are like family, family should support you in anything that you want to do. And so maybe you need to talk to them and say, this is what I want to do, and when you say hateful stuff about it, it really upsets me. And I know this video's all over the place, and I know it's a little long. And I could go on for hours and hours. I didn't write notes down for this. I just felt like I'm always freestyling, and my hair still looks fabulously awful. I'm always freestyling these ideas, and my kids are so used to it. So, random person, if you've stumbled upon this video, hi, welcome to Raven's World, and I'll be posting another video sometime soon about just various things, you know. Bullying, I want to narrow them down, and a lot of them will repeat topics, but also discuss them in more depth and talk about them, like bullying, suicide, not just being suicidal, but dealing with losing someone to suicide, because I think oftentimes a lot of people forget that the family or friends sometimes get really depressed as well. And that video won't be meant to guilt trip you if you feel like killing yourself. If anything, it'll be for the victims of suicide, the ones who have lost people, to tell them it is okay to feel sad, but it's not your fault. And I'm working on that right now. And if you have been helped in any way by this video, if my slight humor has helped you, because that's how I cope with things. When I'm upset, I'm funny. When I'm nervous, I'm funny. And I have coped. You know, if you're an awkward person like me, crack a joke, say something silly, and you feel better. And just, you know, sit down with yourself and learn who you are. And then, if the world isn't comfortable with who you are, too damn bad, because you are who you are. There's only one of you, and you don't need to be what society wants you to be. You don't need to be what your friends want you to be. You know? And, again, if you have depression, if you feel like killing yourself, if you're crying for no reason, even though you can tell yourself all the good things that you're doing in the world, then you need to tell someone. And if your parents or your friends or whoever you tell, if you can't get the help you need, to try. And I'll be talking to the lovely woman I mentor for to ask her for some numbers and stuff for people to call. I will be doing my research as well, and I will be posting them in the little box below, so you know places that you can call if you do need help with depression or suicide. And there will be a link to my Facebook page, Suicide Awareness. There's numbers and stuff on there as well for depression and suicide, and that's probably what I'll just do. It's a lot easier, just one link with all the numbers. That's what I'll do. But I love you, friend, and I hope this half-ass rambling has helped you. If not, then there will be more videos that will be not scripted, but written down. I will have a nice, neat little list of things to go through. And, I don't know. If you have any ideas other than the ones that I mentioned, comment down below, and I will put them in the video that I feel that they're appropriate for. But I will be doing a video on suicide and a video on bullying, in next week. I know today's Friday and I normally post videos on Thursday, but I will be trying to post every Tuesday and Thursday from now on, so be proud of that. And I think the reason I don't do that is because I have so many people telling me, you know, you're not helping anybody. So if you do stumble upon this video and you do happen to sit through it for the hour and a half or so long, sorry it's so long. If you just sit through it, then leave me a like or comment saying, hey, I sat through it. I don't even care if you just say that, I sat through it. You know? Or, you know, it would be funny, what I'm going to do if I have a really long video is just say a random phrase, and for anybody who sat through the whole thing, then type it out in the comments. So, pink fluffy unicorns riding on a rainbow. And, I will see you in the next video thingamadoo. Bye-bye!